I I wanted to also invite you to have a look within yourself. It's nothing to share right now, but some of that stuff is that breakthrough feeling, isn't it? When you shared, when you stood up and you dared to speak or whatever, it's that. It's breaking through, and that's what we're on about. Part of that is also to ask you to look at intimacy, okay? Because that sharing comes from a space of intimacy with self that we have to cultivate, and is an indicator also of the level of intimacy we currently have with ourselves. See what I'm saying? Because when we don't trust ourselves, when we've got a wall between ourselves, right? Then what's going to happen is that we can't actually get in touch with that. So we're going to talk about stuff or observe stuff or whatever stuff is there, but it isn't the, and this is my experience, or right? Because we can only do that when we feel safe, right? We can only feel safe when we know that we're not alone. We can only know that we're not alone when we start to really depth and start knowing ourself, and that self that is connected to Holy Spirit, and really getting a sense that I am a part of the divine. Because if I am a part of the divine, then I can dare to experience my feelings, and then the progression of that is that I can dare to share those feelings, because it's cultivated from that intimacy. And the funny thing is that we're all looking for love. All of us want love. We all look for it out there, right? When what we need to do is cultivate that level of intimacy in here. And so the exercise of sharing for each of us will show us on our intimacy scale, well, how are we traveling with that? And we've heard a breakthrough this morning about, wow, I did the writing and I found my, this girl that I haven't really connected with and spoken to since she was 10 years old. And you'll never lose that. And that's that connection with self that I'm talking about. And that's why we have these sorts of exercises around sharing, right? Because it's about the intimacy with yourself. The fear blocks that intimacy with self, right? And it may, and hey, by the way, if you can't journal, that's okay. It's like meditation. For years, Nook and I, we'd go sit at these bloody meditation things. My mind would be all over the shop. It was just hopeless. I can't do it. My meditation is a different way of doing it, right? And it's just about being comfortable with wherever you're at. So you can't journal, you're not into journaling, don't worry about it, throw it away. It's not about that. But it's the deeper exercise. It's just a tool. And there are numerous tools. It's just a tool to get in touch with the intimacy. Because we're connected with Holy Spirit, do I dare go to that place where I'm actually going to open up to hear? Am I going to dare to let down my intellectual guard enough? Questions like, what am I scared of? Really, what am I scared of? See, and this is where I'm taking it up to you and getting in your face about it. Because if we're here to undo the ego, hey man, what are you doing, You can study the course for another 25 years. Nothing is going to happen. It happens when we break through. It happens when we take a risk. It happens when we dare to be vulnerable and then discover in that vulnerability that we're invulnerable. You can't know the invulnerability until you dare to go to the vulnerability and see, hey, I'm cool. It's okay. I can share something scary or shameful or whatever. I didn't die. And you're not, and there's only one in the room. So we're all here to be present, to catch each other and show to each other. You can't fall. There is no falling. There is no shame. There is no guilt. Nothing to be scared of. right? But there's still only falling to yourself, really. This is a public demonstration of it, but really only just falling into the safety of the arms of yourself. That self that is divine, that self that is timeless, that self that's in all those words you read every day. You see, you can't know that from reading. You can study that till the cows come home. Nothing is going to change. You can't know it till you dare to experience it and then proclaim it to yourself. I am, you know, I am, and that is enough, right? That's how we learn it.